Hello, movie lovers. I hope everyone is well today. Today, I will share with you the story of a movie where a group of marine researchers fight a fierce battle with a dangerous species of shark. While watching the movie, I was just as excited as I was angry in several places because there is such a dictatorial female mayor who is responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. But now we will know what the real story is. From the story of the survival action movie Under Paris, released in 2024, let's go straight to the main story without further delay. At the beginning of the movie, we see the main character of the story, Sophia. She was a marine researcher who, along with her team, has been researching a shark named Lilip for several months. Sophia's husband, Christy, was also in that team. One day, Sophia and Christy were writing a blog when suddenly one of their team members came and said that they had received a signal. As soon as she heard this, Christy dived into the sea with her team members, and Sophia and a girl with her started observing everything. The Christies went to look for Lilip, but there they saw a large dead shark. Christies went to it and realized that it was a baby shark and half of its body was missing. It was obvious that some violent animal had bitten it off. It seemed quite strange to them. Anyway, they were discussing the baby, and in the meantime, a group of sharks came and surrounded them. The strange thing was that they were all female sharks. The Christies knew very well how to handle sharks, so they were quite calm. Then, as soon as those sharks left, Lilip came there. Sophia could not believe her eyes when she saw her, because the shark that they had seen 3 months ago was only 2.5 meters in size, had now grown to more than 7 meters. Sophia was also very surprised to see such an unusual growth. She asked Christie's to bring a sample from Lilip's body so that they could research it and find out the secret of Lilip's growth. And here is Sophia's biggest surprise. The mistake is made because when Christie injected Lilip to take the sample, she got angry and attacked the Christies. She dismembered everyone's bodies in an instant, and the seawater turned bloody. Seeing this, Sophia could not control herself. The girl next to her tried to stop her, but Sophia ignored her words and dived into the sea to save her friends. However, it was too late. Lilip had left there, so she found nothing there except some body parts. In the meantime, Lilip came and attacked Sophia, and Sophia's feet got stuck in the net tied to Lilip's body, and Lilip started pulling her into the depths of the sea. Due to the excessive pressure of the water, Sophia's nose and ears started bleeding, but fortunately, she cut the net with a sharp object and came up, and this Sophia somehow survived. Then the scene shifts to show us a scene 3 years later. One day, 2 boys were fishing in Paris, and a small fish was caught in the river. They found the missile, then they reported it to the police. The police came and started investigating it, and when they saw it, the media people also arrived there. The police told them that missiles used in World War II can still be found in that part of the river, but there is no reason to be afraid because they are very deep in the river. On the other hand, we see Sophia. After the scene shift, she has now given up her research work, and now she works at an aquarium where she tells children about various sea creatures. One day, she was telling a group of children about sea creatures when suddenly a child said that if Sophia knows so much about sea creatures, why couldn't she save her team? They had to die at the hands of sharks. Hearing this, Sophia became speechless and immediately left there. Then a marine savior named Mika tried to talk to her. Basically, they are called marine saviors who work to save sea creatures. Since Sophia was not in a state to talk at that time, she avoided Mika and started to leave there. Then Sophia stops when she hears that she knows about Plan 7. Basically, Plan 7 is the official name of Lilip. Mika brings Sophia to their lab, There, Mika and her friend Ben tell her that Lilip has now moved to Paris and the tracker on her body is still active, and they have access to it. But Sophia doesn't want to listen to them because sharks can never come to the clear fresh water of Paris, and if they do, she won't be able to survive for long. Then Mika tells her that they will go to the river today to look for Lilip, so he asks Sophia to go with them, but Sophia doesn't agree and leaves. When she returns home and goes through her old things, she finds a tab in which their videos from 3 years ago were saved. Sophia becomes very emotional after watching those videos. Suddenly she remembers Mika's words. Then she finds out through the tracker that Lilip has really moved to Paris, but Mika had only been there that night. Sophia wanted to go to the river, so she immediately called Mika to warn her because only Sophia knew the horror of that shark, but Mika's phone was off at the time, so she left a voice message. Meanwhile, Mika and Ben were seen going to the river by then. Mika went down to the river, and Ben sat in the boat waiting for her. When Mika went down to the river, he had attached a hook to him so that if there was any problem above, Ben would pull the hook and give Mika a signal. Then Mika went deep into the river and saw a car and walked towards it. He saw some strange marks on the body of the car. They looked like some large animal had attacked it. Suddenly the police arrived there and Ben grabbed the hook and started pulling it. But Mika did not want to get out of the water, so he removed the hook. Meanwhile, seeing the police approaching, Ben ran away from there, and Mika was caught by the police. When the police asked Mika why he went down to the river so late at night, Mika said that he was a marine rescuer, so being in the water was normal for him, but the police believed it. They don't because it's not normal for someone to go down to the river at this time of night. Meanwhile, Sophia reaches there to stop Mika, but when she goes there, she sees that the police are taking Mika away, so she returns from there. After taking him to the police station, the police interrogate Mika and find out that there is a shark in the river, and he also tells her about the car, but the police don't listen to him because according to their knowledge, sharks can never survive in fresh water. The next morning, the police rescue the car that was deep in the river and find a human body inside. Everyone is very scared because almost half of the body was missing. It was clear that a large animal had bitten it. At that time, Sophia follows Lilip again and reaches the riverbank and meets the police there. Sophia tells the police that she is a marine researcher, and after seeing the body, she says that it was definitely a shark's doing. Mika puts the entire blame on Sophia. She says that Sophia asked her to go down to the river. Sophia denies the matter, but the police listen to her. He doesn't want to accept it, so he has to go to the police station with the police. After going to the police station, the police officer and Adil take Sophia to their commissioner. By then, Sophia had told Adil about the tracker through which they were following Lilip, but when he went to tell the commissioner didn't want to believe her. He asked his team to personally investigate the matter. As promised, Adil and his team prepared to drive to the river. Sophia tried to convince them that going to the river in this situation was dangerous. They could track Lilip from outside, but the Adils didn't pay attention to his words. When Mika wanted to go with them, Adil forbade her. They set off to find Lilip with just Sophia, but Mika didn't sit quietly either. He started following the Sophias on a bicycle. Meanwhile, Sophia guided the Adils to Lilip through the tracker, and then some policemen went down to investigate the whole matter. They went there and couldn't see Lilip, but she realizes the presence of the shark. Meanwhile, Sophia tells everyone that Lilip is very close to them. Suddenly, Lilip's signal stops coming to Sophia's tab. The police who were underwater get scared and quickly come up. Sophia couldn't understand what happened suddenly. Anyway, after they came up safely, they checked the radar and found out that there was a big shark around them. Meanwhile, Sophia suddenly noticed Mika standing far away. Mika originally thought that the police might kill Lilip. On the other hand, she was trying to save Lilip. That's why she talked to Ben, and Sophia's device stopped Lilip's signal. Realizing this, Sophia went straight to Mika's lab. She started scolding Mika for his work. She tells Mika that she had to lose her team because of that shark, so it would be wrong to try to save her, but Mika doesn't want to listen to her. She thought that sharks never attack anyone without a reason, and that what happened to Sophia's friends was completely Sophia's fault. Sophia is very upset to hear this, and leaves from there. On the other hand, Adil goes and tells the commissioner about the shark. Hearing this, the commissioner becomes very tense because in a few days, an international swimming competition is going to be held in that river, and it is organized by the mayor of Paris himself. In fact, this year's Olympic Games are also being held in Paris right now. Maybe this year's movie was made based on that. Anyway, Adil convinces the commissioner that the event should not be held in such a dangerous situation. So they go to the mayor and request him to cancel the event, but the mayor does not listen to them because about $1.7 billion was spent on that event. So if the event is cancelled, they will suffer a lot of loss. The mayor orders them to chase the shark away from there, but he will not cancel the event at all. The commissioner then returns disappointed and starts thinking about how they will save the city of Paris from Lilip. Meanwhile, they come across a viral video of Mika where he addresses everyone and says that sharks are very calm creatures and the stability of the sea is maintained because of them, but currently some people have started killing those sharks. Every year, many sharks are dying, which is destroying the marine environment and affecting the outside environment as well. So he calls on everyone to save those sharks and asks everyone to come to a tunnel inside the river called the catacombs. Then, when the scene shifts, we see Ben going to the police and telling them that Mika will go to the river tonight to save that shark. He also tells that he tried many times to stop Mika, but to no avail. Hearing that, the police immediately set off for the catacombs to stop Mika. Meanwhile, many marine rescuers, encouraged by Mika's video, reach the catacombs that night. Mika is about to take them all down into the water. At that time, the police arrive there with Sophia, but Mika does not stop even after seeing the police. She jumps into the water. The police then request him to come out of the water, but Mika does not pay attention to their words. In the meantime, a baby shark comes there, but it is not a lily. Mika is that. She slowly started to stroke the shark so that she could prove that sharks really don't harm anyone. Seeing that Sophia warned her, she started shouting that it was actually a trap by Lilip. Lilip was trying to subdue Mika through this ordinary shark, and this is basically Lilip's scary side, that she can read a lot of human psychology, but Mika didn't listen to anything. She petted the baby for a while, and then it went away. However, since Sophia knew Lilip's habits well, she told Mika to come out of the water quickly because Lilip would attack her in a while. Hearing Sophia's words, the police also repeatedly told Mika to come up, so Mika got a little nervous this time, but still he didn't come out of the water, and as soon as he saw Lilip, he bit Mika terribly and dragged him deep into the water. Seeing this, everyone there got very scared. They tried to escape from Lilip's hands. They understood very well that all animals are harmless. No, it is not possible to save everyone. Some animals need to be saved more than themselves. Unfortunately, because there is water and the space is very small, many of them slip and fall into the river while running. At that moment, many sharks, including Lilip's, come there and start attacking one after another. Sophia and the police try hard to save them, but it is not so easy to escape from the sharks. But the police do not give up and try their best to save those people. In the meantime, 2 police officers also fall into the water and are preyed upon by sharks. In fact, none of them could have imagined that there could be so many sharks in that river. Even Sophia herself did not understand. However, they somehow saved some people and got out of there and quickly took the injured to the hospital. Seeing this, Sophia became very upset and remembered her past words. After all this, she had nothing to do. She could not find a way to bring Lilip to her. Then Adil went to handle her and explained to her that she was not responsible for all this. In the meantime, a lady officer came. They are called back to catacombs. When they go there, they see that the baby shark has floated up dead. In fact, Lilip herself killed it because she can't keep anyone alive after applying her technique once. Then the dead shark is handed over to Sophia so that Sophia can research it. When Sophia arrives, she notices some strange things, such as the shark's age being very young. Looking at her teeth and physical structure, it was clear that she was no more than 2 months old, but she had become pregnant at such a young age. In the meantime, Adil reaches there and tells Adil about the matter. Another thing that seems strange to Sophia is that the size of the shark is many times larger than a normal shark. Seeing this, Sophia understands that it is Lilip's child. Then, when she cuts the shark's stomach, many baby sharks come out of it. Adil is very scared because this shows that the reproductive capacity of those sharks is very high. That is, all the sharks they have seen in the catacombs. There is a possibility that there are more than that. Then Sophia tells him another strange fact. That is, those sharks do not need the help of a male shark to get pregnant. Due to a special feature of their body, they can become mothers on their own. However, this species of shark is very rare and they are very jealous. They also have a strange ability to adapt to any environment, which is why they survive in the clear fresh water of Paris. Hearing this, Adil gets very tense and quickly goes to inform the commissioner. The commissioner then realizes that there is no other way but to stop the event, because if the swimmers jump into the river, death is certain. So he goes to the mayor again and requests to cancel the event. This time he takes Sophia with him so that Sophia can explain the whole matter to the mayor. Sophia explains the whole matter to the mayor very nicely, but seeing that the mayor does not care, Sophia gets angry and starts arguing with the mayor. The mayor insults and throws Sophia out of there, but she still refuses. He was not willing to cancel the event in any way. On the contrary, he told the commissioner that from now on, the police would not have to worry about this matter, and that he would entrust the army to handle the matter. Hearing this, the police commissioner bowed his head and left from there. However, the mayor could not imagine the terrible situation that the mayor's tyranny was going to create. In fact, this woman mayor could not understand the equation of whether people become like this when they get power, or whether this is the nature of powerful women. Anyway, if she sat quietly like this, the people of the city and even the swimmers of that competition would be in terrible danger, because the international swimming competition organized by the mayor would be held tomorrow morning. So, without informing the mayor, the police started making a plan to get rid of the sharks. They decided that they would bomb the catacombs area, which would kill the sharks there. The reason they chose that place to have so much space was that the sharks were seen roaming around in that area. After that, Adil asked his team members who among them who will help them in this mission. Then everyone except one officer decides to go down into the river with them. Actually, the officer was afraid, thinking about his wife and children, but seeing everyone participating, he decides to support them. The next day, according to the plan, 2 of them leave for the catacombs. On the other hand, spectators from different countries for the swimming competition start gathering on the riverbank. After a while, the mayor appears there. Then the journalists ask the mayor how true the rumor that there are sharks in this river is. Then the mayor clearly tells them that it is just a rumor. In fact, he had no idea what is going to happen in a while because of his insistence and lies. Then when the scene shifts, we see that the 2 policemen who are carrying the board are stopped by the army men. They tell us that the army has made full preparations to stop the sharks there, and that preparation is that they have spread a big net in that part of the river. If by chance a shark comes there, they will not be able to break through the net and get out. However, the police understand very well that this stupid plan of the army is worthless, so when they inform the commissioner calls the army officer and tells him that the police are not going there to catch the gangsters, but for another special purpose, so the army lets them go. On the other hand, Sophia Adil and her team members go deep into the river and start preparing to blast the bomb in the catacombs area, but then a terrifying scene is seen. It was very dark in the tunnel, so whenever they turn on the nearby torch, they see hundreds of sharks surrounding them. Seeing this, they get very scared. Then Sophia tells everyone to stay calm, because if the sharks see their movements, they will attack them. So everyone stays calm, as she says, and the sharks do not harm them. Then they set the bombs very carefully in different places, and whenever one of them goes to blast them, Sophia asks them to stop. Not only Sophia, but also all the police forbade them from shooting, because there were many old missiles lying under the river. Maybe the missiles could have exploded because of those bullets, but the army men did not listen to them. They kept shooting, and in a short time, Sophia's fear became a reality. Due to the movement of the shark, the missiles in the water started to explode one by one, which created a huge wave in the river, and that wave took the form of a tsunami and swept everything on the bank away. Not only that, the bridges on the river were destroyed in the blink of an eye. Seeing all this, the mayor was very scared. Then he realized that his decision was wrong. He immediately tried to escape from there, but it was no use. The current of the water swept him away. Then, when the scene shifts, we see Adil going into the water to save Sophia, but the two of them got into the boat again due to the shark attack, but they were not saved. A shark came and overturned their boat. Sophia assumed that this time they would not be able to survive in any way, but fortunately she took refuge with Adil on the roof of a building with great difficulty. Adil was unconscious at that time, and his knowledge field came and asked Sophia if their war was over. Then Sophia looked around helplessly. The entire city of Paris was submerged underwater, and hundreds of sharks were roaming around Sophia. Sophia also had no idea how they would get out of that place. They realized that their journey was going to end here, and in such a terrible situation, the story "It's over." I can't really understand what to say about today's story. Even though the story is fictional, every moment I was watching the movie made me shudder. But I think Mika and the mayor's decision were scarier than the scary shark. Just as if Mika hadn't been emotional, some people wouldn't have died in the first place. If the mayor had not made a stubborn decision and tried to understand the matter, so many people wouldn't have lost their lives and the city wouldn't have been destroyed. If you like the story, be sure to like and comment. To see explanations of all such beautiful movies, subscribe to our channel and keep the bell button pressed.